Looking for a way to connect in the sports world during these unprecedented times? Or you wanted to showcase your talent? Then sign up for a free account at www.watchmylights.com. My Lights is a social media sports platform that provides all users with a free way to communicate and share sports highlight videos with anyone around the world. So whether you're a coach and want to easily recruit for your players, an athlete and want to showcase yourself, a parent, grandparent, or sports enthusiast, My Lights has you covered. Users can create a free account to share highlight videos, chat, post, and follow other users. My Lights is the new free social media sports platform the sports world has been waiting for. So go to www.watchmylights.com and get started now.
Ew, what up, man? Happy Sunday. What up, fellas?
What it do? What's good? What's up, AJ?
What's up?
AJ, what's on your mind, brother?
Nothing.
School starts tomorrow. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, that big second grader.
Mm-hmm.
They ready for you? They ready for you?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they ain't ready.
Yes.
You ready to go back to school, or you was enjoying your summer?
I was enjoying my summer.
Oh, but now it's time to go back. You ready to go back?
Yeah, but we went to the beach.
Y'all went to the beach.
When y'all go to the beach?
We went to Jekyll Island.
Oh, okay. So was that like part of your going back to school? Let me take you down here. Let's get this last bit of summer in. Oh, that's what's up. You had a good time? Okay.
Yeah. So
what you looking forward to with going back to school?
Like doing stuff at school, like doing science, social studies, math, reading, and then like doing experiment. I have 2 classes.
You got 2 classes that you're looking forward to? 2 subjects?
Mm-hmm.
You like reading? You like to read? No.
I like math.
Oh, by them numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, yeah. Hey, you know, AJ starting tackle football too.
Oh,
yeah.
How's that going? I forgot about that. I seen you had your cleats on. You moving around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How them shoes fitting you?
That's good.
Oh, okay. All right. You kind of laid back today, man. You ain't got a lot of energy. You tired?
No.
Man, bye.
All right.
801. See you later. Time.
It's not nighttime yet.
All right.
I got.
We gotta get. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Oh yeah. We'll sleep pretty soon.
Yeah.
That was our time with AJ Smoke.
Yeah. Thank you. You got to go. What's going on, man? I don't know it, man. You all right?
Hey, man. Tired up and down that road today.
It's all worth it.
Oh yeah. No, it's 100% worth it.
Yeah,
it's 100% worth it. But when you look over and see these cats sleep,
man.
Hey, going and coming. You like, I wish I could sleep.
Yeah, let me catch a few of them Z's.
Yeah. Get something to eat and go right to sleep. Going and coming. That's how we do, huh?
That's what they do.
Hey man, it's all good. It's all good. It was a good camp, man. For the viewers out there, Valdosta State had their elite camp today, so we took down. We had four down there.
We had 4 down there.
Yep. 4 down there, man. So the boys went down there, competed, and did well. Cam Little, Cam Perkins made the All-Star game at the end. So shout out to them for going down there and doing what they do, man. But proud of Malik and Cam as well. They went down there, competed, got in the mix, man. So trying to expose them as early as possible to as much as possible. So all good.
That's it. Yep.
Oh yeah. So it was all good, man.
Yeah, good experience for the boys, man. So
yeah.
Keep them going, keep them moving, so they don't get lackadaisical or complacent. So it was good.
Oh yeah. So it was all good, man. What's up with y'all?
Nothing. Trying to get these two ready for school. AJ and
Coach
and then,
Kalen.
Yeah, and Coach Kalen crying about my baby starting middle school. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's bothering me, boy. I'm gonna have to pay some visits.
Nah, Kalen got a million big brothers. She gonna be all right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rough on me, boy.
You heard what I said? Tat. Tat on Coach Buddy Wi-Fi.
Oh, Lord.
Can
y'all hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
I said Kellen got a million big brothers. She gonna be all right.
Yeah, man. Boy. Woo. I've been had it good all these years. She's been over there with her mama. And I know Coach Garmin over there, Coach Martin over there. So
she gonna be just fine.
Man, please. I'm talking about these little piss tail boys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, buddy.
Fine. And here's the thing: she know how to handle herself. She know how to get somebody told.
She does.
Oh yeah.
She get that from her dad. Yeah, she get that from her dad.
All right, no doubt.
Yeah, I got one starting high school, and one is the last first day of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to have him out the house.
You
Yeah.
getting him in, getting him out.
There he is.
Yeah, man. Yep. So they're excited, man. I'm excited for them. So they first time being in school together since probably elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
exciting times, man. Exciting times. Hey, so I didn't say that at the beginning of the show, but we want to welcome everybody to Off the Dribble podcast, presented and powered by the Warner Robins All Stars in association with Off the Dribble Hype South Media Network. Hype South, Big Waist, and Wifey. Congratulations to them, man. They just celebrated an anniversary.
Yeah, it was 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah.
16 years. Yeah.
So they out there living it up, man. Living it up. Yep. Shout out to them. And then as always, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. But I just want to get to it, brother. We got a special guest that we got joining the show today. Let's go and bring him to the stage, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shun Williams. Shun, what up, brother?
Man, what's going on? I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, as always, man, you know you got this platform when you need it. But let me give you a proper introduction. So we got tournament director, evaluator, camp director, influencer, connector of people. What did I miss something, Sean?
Businessman.
Jack of all trades, man. Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades.
Many different hats. Hold on, man. Hold on. The latest accomplishment. Hold on, I got something here. Where's it?
Hey, KP don't put the glasses on.
Yeah.
One of the 100 most impactful people in men's college basketball.
Say that one more time.
One of the 100 most impactful people in men's college basketball.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, do y'all know who's on this list?
Some good
heavy
dudes
hitters on this list.
There's some good dudes on that list. Some really good dudes on that list.
Some heavy hitters on that list, man. So I told you, man, we give us a speech, brother. Give us a congratulatorial. You know, we ain't gonna put the music on you, and you ain't got to talk long. But what does that feel like, man? To know that you have that type of impact and being recognized for it.
You know, it feels good. Like, you know, my thing when I started in 2009, it was always to connect parents and players with college coaches, right? So being able to continue to do that over the years, and now more so do that through tournaments, you know, actually having the college coaches come to the tournaments, right, and have those guys recruit the independent kids and give those kids a platform to be able to showcase their talent in front of, coaches of all levels, man, it feels good because when I first started, I never envisioned, I have tournaments with 300, 400 teams and be able to have 300 college coaches attend and be able to see kids from the independent platform, go to colleges across the country. So it definitely feels good.
Yeah, hey, so I'm gonna read something else, man, and this is just a snippet from an article I found. And it says, while Shun has a major shoe company, while Shun has the major shoe company teams attending his events, Shun's knack for providing top independent teams with a platform is unbelievable. So that just kind of speaks to that as well, that you are looking out for the independent teams and putting them on that platform and getting the college coaches in there. If you've never been in one of Shun's live period events, man, you walk in there, you see every college from top to bottom.
Yes.
Spread out in there, walking around. And I don't think this is an overstatement for me to say I've been down to EYBL, right? So where the college coaches is at. And I can say that you have the same coaches that's at an EYBL event down at your events as well.
Right.
And I know we've had you on the show before, and you talk about relationships. But how is your relationships with these folks, and making sure that you're putting out a quality event and on time and all of those things? How's that coincided with being able to get those coaches to come in?
I think the big thing with it is they know I'm gonna have relationships with the best independent teams in the region, right? That's first and foremost. But a lot of those dudes gonna reach out too because they know, hey, what Nike teams, Adidas teams, or Under Armour teams are you gonna pull in on the back end? Because I'm one of the only people that's gonna be able to put independent guys and let them showcase their talents against these shoe companies.
Right.
Like I can reach out across all levels to draw teams and reach out to people and have those dudes come in to play. And that's in a live period. Independent teams don't really get an opportunity to go head to head with some of the shoe teams, right? And a lot of times some of them shoe dudes don't want to play these independent guys. They really don't want to. But it's some really good independents who could be sponsored, right? So just be having relationships and just kind of shoot coaches straightforward, like, hey, it's some kids over here that can really play. And I think a lot of those dudes, like a lot of those Power 5 dudes, they want to come in because they say, look, everybody might be at the shoe companies and they might be sitting over there and everybody might be recruiting the same dude. Let me come over here. Let me go 30 minutes around the corner and see some other guys that a lot of people might not be on. I might be the only Power 5 dude in the building or on that court. Let me go get a head start and recruit this guy. So, like relationships in this business is everything.
Yeah. And not even necessarily, and while you do have the Power 5 folks in there, you have the lower divisions in there as well. That again, given shout out to Coach Corey Black, when he talks about D3. So you're giving an opportunity for all of these guys to be seen, and giving them a platform, man. So salute to you definitely for that.
No, definitely, thank you.
Yeah, and the whole staff, man. I can't forget your staff, man. You got some big dogs over there.
Staff do a phenomenal job. There's some good people on board, people that's been around and that's connected, and they do a really good job.
Oh yeah.
Bro, your social media has been killing it, bro. I don't know what changed.
There's not a platform that put out more content. We're like with Keith, with Chris Watkins, with Jennifer, with Willie, with Dante Medlock, Dante Elberhart, Jonathan Hemingway. Like that, it's for us, man. The big thing is just to get as much content on guys as possible, right? Like a lot of people talk about the kids that's known, right? But let's discover some of the people that people don't know about yet, right? Yeah. So I think our team, they do a phenomenal job. Video content. Nobody has more videos than Chris Watkins. Like it ain't even possible. Yes. It really ain't possible, bro. With the addition of Greg from Greenlight Media, them dudes just ain't spending the time or the resources to get video content and put video on Twitter and Instagram. Like they ain't doing that. But I get a lot of college coaches that say, hey, I went at your event, but I see this video you placed on a kid and he looks like he's really good. So that gives them, anybody can make a kid sound good in a tweet, right? I can write anything about any kid and make them seem like they can hoop. But when that video come up,
Yeah.
That video kind of give people, now you got a visual of like what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So I think our team, they do a great job just with video content, with articles, with everything.
Yeah. Shout out to Metlock, man. He just had a little one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I told him he in for a rude awakening, man. Good luck.
hey, Shun. We seen him at the first live period, and we was telling him, okay, because first it was like, where you been, bro? We ain't seen you.
Over there stressed out.
Yeah.
I told him, man, a lot of sleepless nights coming.
Yeah, buddy.
He gonna be on shifts.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but speaking of Chris Watkins, man, we had him on the show, and he kind of told us like what his routine is after a camp or after a tournament. He said he go back and watch everything, and
He watching everything.
Yeah. So shout out to him, man, for the diligence. Again, man, I think I don't think people really understand just how much goes into what you guys do and why you do it. You know what I mean? But let me ask you this: what's one? I guess what's your favorite hat to wear out of all the things that you do? What's the one thing that you're the most proudest of as far as in this game?
I like putting together. Really, I like putting together events from the standpoint of having a lot of these independent teams that people hear about or coaches hear about, giving them the opportunities to play them shoe teams, right?
Yeah.
And giving those kids the opportunity to be showcased, because they hear me pumping these kids and talking about them all year. So it feels good to see a kid like Asa Newell that plays with one family out of Florida, right? Independent kid that made USA basketball, and he probably picked up 10 to 12 offers after playing in that second live period in July, right? Some of that stuff is just really good, because it's like, hey, you don't have to play on the shoe team to be a 5-star or recruit or to be considered for USA basketball. You still can play independent, and you can play really on whatever circuit you want to. So like that, that stuff feels good. And, just seeing some of these kids come in as freshmen, watching them grow and kind of being able to guide them, then those guys getting the scholarship to be able to go on and play at the next level.
Yeah.
Right. Like you see them come in as freshmen and they playing in the events, and, some people are going to stick to the process. Some people are going to do things completely different. But at the end of the day, it's always good to see the ones who grinded it out to be rewarded with the opportunity to go play at the next level.
You say that, bro. Let me ask you this: as far as what is your advice that you give for people for trusting the process, right? Because I could be a freshman or a sophomore. When I get to that junior year and I ain't got no offers yet, or it's very little buzz, and now I'm starting to panic a little bit. What kind of advice do you give people when that happens?
The thing is, I think like now the landscape has changed. Like recruiting for high school kids have changed, right? So are you a junior? If you're a junior, unless you're like a 5-star or 4-star kid, keep working. Make sure your grades intact. Keep working. Make sure you're doing what you need to do for your high school team, but also make sure you do what you need to do when the travel season comes around. But just keep working, man. You still you got time. You got time. You just got to put in the work, because, like I said, the landscape changed. Like these college coaches, like they're looking year to year opposed to 2-3 years out. It's different because their team gonna turn over. Dudes can transfer and be eligible right away. So now your team looking different every single year.
Right. So that's kind of the stay the process, stay the course.
Man, just stay the course. But a lot of people, they kind of forget. And like I say, I always tell Kawasi, one of the people that I tell parents, I was like, bro, I don't talk to parents. They gonna always do what they want to do. I don't got a dog in a fight, but I've been around a long time, so I can just tell you what I know. And he didn't waver. And like his son put in the work, and he's being rewarded. People thought I was crazy, but hey, he on draft boards, so he figured something out. He got an opportunity to be drafted. So
right.
and he did everything, you know, that he wanted to do. Stayed independent, stayed at a small school, but you know, he worked and you know he was rewarded with a scholarship to Florida. And he may be rewarded again with opportunity to play at the highest level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's the biggest thing that you have to kind of I don't want to say like a disbelief that parents have or whatever about getting recruited, but what's the biggest thing that you hear about why or a thing a parent just this has to happen in order for my kid to get recruited? And what's one of those things that you kind of have to say, nah, that ain't necessarily how this works?
Everybody feel like they got to play on the shoe circuit. And which, like I say, like shoe circuit is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Like the platform that Adidas and Nike and Under Armour have, phenomenal. It's the best. Right? It's the best. And I think we got guys in Georgia who do a really good job with, you know, Julio and Renfrey, Norm Parker, and the dudes at TSF, and you know, like Huncho against some dudes, and A5 is up and coming. Those dudes do a phenomenal job. But that's not the only way.
Yeah.
You know, and my thing is I try to tell parents, if your child is playing 10 minutes a game, sit him on over here and let him play independent, especially like if he's, you know, a big guard or a big forward, you know, like let him come over here and play 25 to 30 minutes a game, right? Let him showcase his talent, because the thing is I've never seen a college coach that I've seen, right, unless the team is just unbelievably stacked. Why are we recruiting a guy that plays 5 minutes a game for his AAU team and they're just okay?
Yeah.
So, you know, and parents say, well, hey, these independent teams ain't going out of town. If you want to go out of town, take your family on a vacation.
Exactly.
If you want your son to have a free pair of shoes, then take him to the mall. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to do? You want to go on vacation or you want to get a scholarship?
Yep.
It's two different things, because you don't have to go. And a lot of these independent teams in Atlanta and Georgia, they do not leave Georgia. Maybe 2 times a year. Maybe. And all these kids going to college.
Yep.
Well,
So,
I mean, but Sean, if they playing over there at on a radar event, they don't necessarily have to leave. They don't got to leave Georgia.
No, they ain't got to leave. And some of these dudes don't leave. They ain't. I mean, they're not leaving. And they're saving money. They're saving parents money. And they staying here and they getting the job done.
Yep.
Matter of fact, you bringing them in. I know personally, we played a team from Canada,
Right. And New York.
And New York, from all over the country. But I'm saying outside of the country. And then from what I understand, y'all had a team in from Germany or something like that.
We had 4 teams from Spain. 4 teams from Spain. Yeah. 4 teams from Spain that wanted to come in, that wanted to play. Had the teams from Canada that matter of fact, Mark Edwards referred them to come play and on the radar. So, you know, they brought 3 teams down, a really competitive group. That it was a good experience for them.
Oh yeah. No, I think we played one of those. We played one of those with the 17.
Oh yeah, we did. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So tough team too.
Yep.
Tough team.
Hey, Shun, I got a question for you, man. I coached the upcoming freshmen, man. So what advice could you give my upcoming freshmen, or any of the upcoming freshmen that's about to enter high school for the first time and entering, you know, this you know, some may be getting some interest, some are still entering the process, wherever they at in that process. What advice can you give?
Man, what I always try to tell people is things are going to change a lot, right? I've never seen the best freshman end up being the best sophomore. I've never seen the best sophomore end up being the best junior, right? I mean, many times the best junior don't end up being the best senior. It's a marathon, it ain't a sprint. So while people are getting offers and these rankings got people, you know, they got their vision cloudy, man, you got to put your head down and continue to work. Because at the end of the day, you got 4 years. You might grow 5 inches. You might grow 10 inches. Or some of these kids may never grow.
Yeah.
Some dudes may get distracted with other things. But if you're a real hooper and you take school seriously and you're working, then you're going to have an opportunity to play at the next level in 4 years when your time is up, right? Like when you're a senior. And like we can use the example of like Amani Bates. Like Amani Bates was, you know, tabbed the next star, the best thing since LeBron, right?
Yep.
It's a lot of pressure that was put on him. But by the time he got to sophomore, junior year, things start changing. People start catching up with him.
Mm.
Right? Like, did he start working? I mean, I don't know. I don't know him personally, but a lot of stuff can change, man. You know, a lot of stuff gonna change in them 4 years. So you know, you have to keep working every day because somebody out there is they're gonna be working harder than you. Trust me.
That's it.
Hey, Shun, as an evaluator, so we jump into your evaluator hat now. As an evaluator, man, what sticks out to you? What sticks out to you that you know is that'll translate to the next level?
You know what is crazy that people ask me stuff like, obviously, like I'm a guy that likes I like people that can make shots, right? I like for guards to be able to make shots, right? Like athleticism is good and it's needed, but dunking is still only 2 points. I like to see guys that can make shots, and believe it or not, I really like tough kids that just play super hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think playing hard is a skill that a lot of people don't talk about.
Right.
Right? Like, you know,
is that a skill set in its own now?
I believe so. Yeah, definitely. Like if I got a 6'8" kid or a 6'5" kid that plays hard and that rebounds and that's super disruptive, that's a skill.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, let's say like Dennis Rodman, like he grabbing 15 rebounds a game and 2
Right.
points. Like it's value in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, like with guards, like, you know, a lot of people get caught up on how many points you score. You scoring 23 points, but they all layups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's in the paint. When you get to the next level, you ain't gonna be able to get those same shots.
Right.
So it's you know, can you shoot? Can you pass? Can you run a team? For bigs, you know, like now it's different. You know, you got your skill big, then a lot of times you just got your athletic rim runners, right? So you know, it just depends on the position. Depends on the position, but I always think for guards, it's a need for people that can make shots. If you got size and you can make shots, it's a place for you.
Yeah.
You know.
So with the game changing the way that it is, man, do bigs need to be able to stretch the floor?
To a certain extent, yeah, but like I said, again, it's still value in people that can run the rim, protect the paint, and grab rebounds.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of kids get so confused with we want to play on the perimeter. A lot of bigs, we want to play on the perimeter. We want to bring the ball up. But I'm like, did y'all just not see Jabari Smith, the third overall pick? Now he didn't bring the ball up the floor. He could if he was in a pinch, but he more so was a stretch four that can shoot the three, that can hit shots from the high post, that can score around the basket. But you never saw him, or I never heard him say, "Hey, I want to be a point guard."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, you 6'9". Go run the rim, and if you can step out and make shots, all right, cool. But I think a lot of these kids now get so caught up, or they got to handle the ball and they got to play on the perimeter. If you know what I mean, if they're big.
Yeah. So I mean, you've been around it, man. As we kind of detailed and noted it, or whatever the case may be, and Georgia is definitely holding its own as far as, you know, NBA picks and all of these things, man. What do you think the biggest change, or when did the landscape start changing for Georgia basketball?
I think the landscape has always been there. You know, you go back to 2012 and you got 3 kids that was in the top 30, and Tony Parker, Shaq Goodwin, and Robert Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been there, but it's kind of been in the background because of football. Mm-hmm. Right now, like in that 2012 class, it might have been close to 8 or 10 kids from Georgia that was in the top 100 in 2012. Now we're talking 10 years ago.
Right.
So, you know, this isn't it's not a new thing. But now I just think, you know, social media and people being able to lay the eyes on a lot of these guys have kind of it's kind of changed the landscape. Because 10 years ago we wasn't, you know, Instagram wasn't a big thing. You know, Baller's Life and Overtime and Slam Magazine, and even like the quality of like our team having video footage to post online of Tony Parker and Evan Nolte and Shaq Johnson, like those guys, that stuff was just coming about 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
So social media has played a big part in the exposure as well.
Yeah, but it's been more opportunities too. There's been some other opportunities, and people's voice and their opinions have grown, and the high school coaches and the travel coaches, they've done a phenomenal job of getting them dudes in positions where they can be seen nationally.
So, hey, we got a Coach Juke. Coach Juke is online. Juke, what up, brother? Hey, he got a question for you, Shun. What's important for smaller guards to bring to the table to make them stand out to get recruited? Those 5'8" to 6 foot guards.
In my opinion, if you're a little guard, you better do something exceptionally well. You better be a hell of an athlete, or you better be able to shoot the cover off the ball, right? So when I look at guys like that, I look at some of the smaller guards that have come through Georgia, like AJ White, small guard, phenomenal scorer, right? Like little guard, but could really really score. So I just felt like for a small guard, you got to do, because it's so many small guards. Like it's a ton of guards that's under 6 feet.
And that's what I was going to ask you. So let's kind of give a parameter for a small guard. That's what, 5'8" to 6 foot? Is that 6'2", 6'1"? Where is that? Where's that small guard kind of? Where is that kind of? I guess you considered a bigger guard at that point.
We'll go 5'8" to 5'8" to 6 foot.
Okay.
Right, like I look at who else, like Brandon Rocksteiner, right? Brandon Rocksteiner, this summer, like his recruitment took off, but extremely skilled, extremely smart, and can really, really shoot the ball. Like he can shoot, like he's a phenomenal shooter, high level shooter. And that's what he does extremely well. And he's super smart, makes good decisions with the ball. And he had I thought the times I saw him, I thought he played really well this summer. But I thought he was good, during the school year for Etowah. He played extremely well. He shot the ball at a high level. And in return, he's going to Virginia Tech. And he'll play for a phenomenal coach and a great system.
Yep.
Now, what team did he play for now?
He played for the Atlanta All-Stars.
Atlanta All-Stars. Okay.
Yeah, played for the Atlanta All-Stars.
Yeah.
I got those.
Smaller guard, but really can really shoot the ball.
He put on a little muscle too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, without a doubt.
Yeah, I got a chance to see him. But yeah, so what as high schools start to approach us, man. I know you got a good post. Any matchups you looking forward to?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what these teams look like. I see all these kids leaving for OTE and leaving for these prep schools. I don't know what they look like. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I know some programs who I think are gonna be really good. But once again, like the landscape is changing because some of the top kids done left. Yeah. They left the state. They've done, they're going other routes to do some different stuff.
Yep. So do you think OTE is going to impact travel ball and high school ball, or?
I mean, it's definitely impacting high school ball. You got Bryson Tiller, Kanan Carlisle, Jakai Howard. You got Jaden Williams. All those kids that are playing in high school that took, that went a different route to go to overtime and to go that route. So overtime is just giving kids a different avenue. They're bringing something different to the table. So some of those kids are going that route.
And they still keeping that NCAA eligibility, right?
So what they're doing now is they're kind of scholarshiping kids, right? So now they are able to go play at overtime, but also keep their college eligibility. And I think that's just really intriguing to parents, right? To parents and some of the players, like I can still go and have access and, to all the great things that they got at OTE, but, at the end of the day, I can still go play in college.
Yeah. So it is interesting because I was watching a podcast the other day with one of the skill development coaches over there at OTE, and those kids are getting, when they sign with OTE, they're getting training 365 days out the year. right? Whereas high school coaches can't touch their kids for a period. And they working on their body, their eating habits. They just working on being a professional. So it is if you're a parent, you looking at it, could be intriguing, I guess you would say. I just don't
Yeah,
know
without a doubt.
I just don't know how much you benefit from that. I guess we'll kind of see as we get a few that's went through the process. But I'm curious to see what they come back and look like.
Yeah, they got some really good training, and I mean, like the way it was described to me, from one of my friends who's a part of OTE. They got top-notch training. They're training, multiple times a day. They have, tutors, and some of them dudes going to class, and they got people that's working with them. They got nutritionists.
Yep.
They doing, yoga, and they just doing some different stuff. And it's just a different element for these kids, man. To play against some of the best guys, right, in the country. But also now these high school kids that go under the scholarships can still play AAU in the summer, and they can still go to college.
Yep.
So I think I'm interested to see how it goes.
I tell you what, Shun, man, I played the lottery, man, and I was gonna call you had I hit it, and we was gonna start on the radar elite and get out and get that joint going. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
So like everybody playing the lottery, man. That was the big talk for the past couple of days.
Yeah, man.
That was the big talk the past couple of days.
But no, yeah, definitely interesting though.
I apologize. My internet was cut short. School supplies are getting put together, and apparently somebody kicked the plug. But that's a whole nother story. Right. So, transfer portal. Did that conversation come up while I was gone?
No.
Transfer portal. Shun. How long is the transfer portal going to affect us?
And the COVID-19 freshmen and sophomores.
And before you jump into that, let me add this piece. What do you think is more impactful right now to college basketball? Transfer portal or NIL?
Transfer portal. Everybody can't afford NIL. Everybody can't do that, and some people ain't got it figured out.
But that's a recruiting piece, though, right? For guys that are getting recruited, and they're asking kind of what's the NIL package you can put together for me, right?
But people got to understand too. I think people get it confused. It's name, image, and likeness, right? You got 500 followers on Instagram, and nobody don't come to me with you need 500,000. Because some of the numbers that I've heard is like it's outrageous, right? Like it's like, yo, you're not worth that, right? And like once again, it's name, image, and likeness. So, but once again, everybody can't afford that. Like Georgia State and Kennesaw State ain't coming to the table with an NIL package,
right?
Like they're not doing that. So it's only a select few of schools that can take advantage of those opportunities, but the transfer portal is open to everybody,
right?
And I think the transfer portal is making it tough for high school kids. So I tell a lot of high school kids, if you got something, if somebody offer you, you better go on a visit and you better take it. Don't sit around and don't try to wait out to the spring, because the majority of times these dudes are going to take a transfer. We'll say that scholarship. It's cool. Yeah. Let us get somebody that's older. Because these college coaches want to get older. You win with old guys. You don't win with young boys. So
if you pique somebody's interest, you need to jump on it.
You should jump on it. And a lot of these kids, man, I want to wait out. I want to go D1. But D1 ain't recruiting you, son. You need to go ahead and take what you got.
Right.
Yep.
And the beauty of it is if you go and you're as good as you think you are, you have an opportunity to transfer. And then you can transfer up to that D1 school.
Yep.
Do you see them possibly putting any limitations on the transfer portal?
No, I just heard some college coaches talking in July that kids are going to be able to transfer as many times as they want.
Wow.
So if I want to transfer every single year, I can transfer every year and be eligible. And it makes it tough for a lot of these college coaches. Like now you got to do a really good job of managing kids, right?
Right.
Like you might have if you got a freshman, if you at Charleston Southern, you got a freshman averaging 14 points a game, and you might give him the green light and might let him do whatever, and you might worship the ground he walk on. But if somebody's saying, "Hey, let's take it up a notch. Let's try to transfer to South Carolina," they're gonna enter the portal. Like your team just gonna look different every single year.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
That's tough.
it makes it hard for those college coaches because they're saying like, look, your team gonna look different every year. So in return, while I try to tell some of these sophomores and juniors, it's okay if them dudes ain't recruiting you. That's fine because they're trying to figure it out year by year.
Right.
Their team look different. Like, look at UGA, look at Mike White. His team was completely different when he got the job. Everybody transferred.
They did. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So those guys got to go recruit, and they got to go bring in new guys.
Right.
So don't get discouraged if you're not getting what you think you deserve. The landscape don't change. It look a little different from how it looked 5 years ago.
So you literally got one and done that's still in college.
Yeah, basically.
Potentially.
Right. So
No.
them dudes can transfer and be eligible and play right away.
Now it's a transfer portal for everybody though, because I mean we know the number of kids that go into the transfer portal, and not everybody comes out of the transfer portal. What's the advice or the conversation for those guys that like we hear you coming in as a freshman, maybe not getting the minutes that you want, but there's a plan for you the second year, but because his first year didn't go you way you want it, I'm jumping in the portal. How do you manage that?
I get some kids that call me, and it's like a kid that might be at a let's say like a mid-major school. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna check your stats. Let me check your stats and see what you got. Okay, you average 1 point a game. You played, 5 minutes a game. Well, hey, do you think I can transfer to the SEC or the ACC? Nah, you can't do that. Right? Like you can go down, but then there might not be a lot of people that want you at a smaller level. So a lot of these kids just ain't realistic, man. Like they're not realistic. Even if you're at a Power 5 school and you playing, you don't play at all. The chances are you transferring down, you can transfer down, but it's not gonna be a lot of people beating on your door. Right. Especially if you don't got no numbers. It's a numbers game. If you don't got no numbers, what make you think you can transfer from Kennesaw State to UGA or Georgia Tech?
Right.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. But a lot of kids really believe that, hey, I can do that. Okay, well, you go ahead. Let me know how it work out for you. Yeah. So I think a lot of people just gotta be. They kind of gotta wait the process. Wait it out. Wait your turn. Everybody's not used to waiting their turn. That's a major problem. So wait your turn and go get better.
So is it safe to say some of these handlers don't have realistic expectations as well?
Many of these handlers never did this. They don't know. They experiment with your child. They ain't gonna experiment with my child. you let them handle your child. They ain't handling my child because they don't know. They trying to figure it out at the same time. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just think about it. A lot of people, this their first time doing this.
Right.
They don't have multiple kids that can come through and get a scholarship. Yeah. It ain't a lot of people that has had multiple kids to come through and to get a scholarship.
Right.
And there's been a lot of high-level kids in Georgia that have come through and people have messed it up, right? A lot of people have messed it up. But you're not playing with my son. Yeah. Nah, because I know what's going on. Mm-hmm. And for me, like I said, bro, I don't got a dog in a fight. If you want advice and what you should do, I'm just going to tell you what I know. And you can go with it from there.
Right.
But I see it year after year. I've seen it for 12 years. So yeah, some of these handlers, they don't have a clue what they're talking about, man. They don't know. They don't know because it's their first time doing it.
Yeah.
So how can you tell me to do something you've never done?
Right. 100%. I'm
that's why I stay away from a lot of conversations with a lot of parents and just say, hey, all right, do what you want to do and keep going.
Oh, parents gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
At the end of the day, but when it's too late, they want to come back. Oh, I need your help. Mm-hmm. I'm cool. I'll go help somebody else that want to listen. You had your turn.
Yep.
Now you go figure it out. You guys go figure it out, right? Because I told you what to do. You didn't want to listen, but now you come in and your son's an unsigned senior, don't got nothing going on. the opportunity was there. You chose to do something completely different.
Yep.
But then it's everybody else's fault though.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Hey, hope he has good grades. He can go to school. You still can go to
Right.
school. You still can go coach. Like it's a million other things to do around basketball that don't involve playing basketball.
That's the main goal, ain't it? Going to school.
Main goal is to go to school.
Yeah.
So for me, I wish these kids and I wish these parents would understand like the other opportunities that basketball can give you outside of being a pro. Or my son can go make all this money playing basketball. There's a million other things that these kids can do to set them up and have them be successful in life. You know what I mean? So stop pushing the narrative that you got to go play in the NBA because there's other things that they can do that's going to pay them extremely well. You know what I mean?
I don't know who Entertainment and Sports News is, but welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. Entertainment and sports news.
Shun bring him out, don't he?
I tell you. First time I've seen it.
Yeah. So Shun, what's your vision moving forward with On the Radar, man? You got anything that you potentially can share with the way you want to move forward with the what you guys are doing?
I mean, honestly, man, it's just we did some stuff in Florida, we were doing some stuff in Tennessee, but it's just more so being able to reach out to more kids in the region, and like I tell a lot of my dudes in Florida, like Georgia. The state of Georgia just has so many different media outlets, right? Mm-hmm. Like you got Hoop Scene, you got Rise Hoops, and you got Prep Hoops, and you got all these people who can really push kids and get the kids out there. In Florida, I'm like, yo, it's a ton of kids in Florida that are really good. I don't ever hear about them unless it's just through people that I know, right? Like I got relationships with a ton of programs there, and then them dudes reach out and tell me about their kids, but it's still a ton of kids that they can hoop, but people don't know about them. So just being able to kind of just get in some of them different markets and being able to shine a light on some of them independent programs. Because it's some really good programs. Like I felt like One Family 24 is probably the best independent team I saw. Yep. Like one of the best, most space. I thought he does a phenomenal job with the group that he has, but a lot of people that ain't in the region, they don't know about them dudes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I think in Georgia, like these dudes, they get it's a lot of eyes on you, right? It's a lot of people that's talking about you and that's writing about you and that's posting video on you. But some of those dudes in those different states, they don't got that opportunity.
Yeah, we played One Family. They're gonna be that 2026 is gonna be tough too.
Oh yeah,
I heard 2026 is good.
Yeah. I can contest that. Yeah.
Shun, how important is it to play at reputable events?
It's extremely important.
Yeah,
it's extremely important.
And I know but I'm asking you to kind of speak on it for our people out there that's watching.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I remember me and Wasey were talking about this the other day. I remember when Ty Fagan came through, right? So Ronnie Hamilton, who's at LSU now, right? He was at Middle Tennessee State. Ronnie Hamilton said, "Hey, have you seen the kid Ty Fagan?" I said, I seen him a little bit. Well, see if you can get him to come to the live period. We want to see him. I said, well, who he playing with? He playing with Crawford County Supersonics. Bro, I never heard of him, right? Never heard of him a day in my life. So I asked Wasey, I say, look, I'm gonna go to the game down here at where do you play at? Upson Lee, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go to Upson Lee. Call the coach, try to convince him to play in the live period. He said, no. We playing YBOA. I said, excuse me, sir. Look, we're gonna have 100 college coaches over here to help this kid out. Nah, we playing YBOA, sir. I said, okay, all right, that's cool. So I ended up going to the game, talked to the mama, and once I talked to Kendra and kind of explained to her, the opportunity that I felt like my platform created, and I think the kid was allowed to go play with Butts. He played with team. He played with Butts, right? Played with Team Georgia Magic, and his recruitment took off. But if this kid would have stayed and played YBOA, Ty Fagan wouldn't be at Ole Miss right now, right?
Right.
It's just completely different. he would have missed out on that opportunity. And I think dudes would have still recruited him just because he was a phenomenal player. But Ronnie Hamilton did a good job of getting in on him early, and he was one of the only people that knew about him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like ain't nobody come to see you play YBOA.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, it's a lot of events around, and some of them dudes serve different purposes. But what I always tell people, if you think you the best, come play over here. I don't care what you do over there, because the best ain't over there. The best is over here, and they playing in front of college coaches.
To your point, man. So I've heard the chatter that people don't feel that they're good enough to come play at your events. What would you say to that?
How you expect to go to college? You expect your son to go to college? You ain't playing nobody.
No, man. I need trophies. I need trophies, man. Trophies is gonna get me in college.
Hey,
if you want to play for trophies, don't come over here, bro. Don't come over. I ain't giving out trophies, no. I'm giving out scholarships.
Hey, they
I'm giving
could.
out scholarships.
Yeah, what I'm talking about. That free money.
Shun, I get mad, text, and cussed out because I say on the radar is the best in the Southeast. The best
Man, I got people around your
man.
Look, I got a text man from Kwesi Reed the other day. People around your way. I said, man, well, y'all go over there. Y'all have never done it. It's only a couple programs that came out of that way that've done it, and they're gonna continue to do it. And when them parents and them kids figure out, they're gonna jump ship. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, you go ahead and go on over there. Let me see where your kids end up at. And like I said, it's always this conversation.
Yeah,
bro, you do that. We gonna do what we're doing over here, and we're gonna see how it work out. I guarantee you, if your son can play, he gonna be on a platform to get whatever he needs to get of all levels. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not giving out trophies. Don't play with me if you want a trophy.
hey,
I don't care. Trophies don't get you in school.
And here's the thing, man. And I'm gonna speak to my level. Your battleground series is brutal. In a weekend, we played a team from New York. We played a team from Tennessee. We played a team from Florida.
Oh, that NYBA team.
Out of Tennessee. Yeah.
Like,
bruh.
In one weekend, we played 4 different states. And this is as 6th graders. Like, come
you
on,
gotta start them early.
You ain't done. Hey, bro, that smoke is there. Team Thad was there. Man, NYBA was there. Man, Harris Athletic. If you don't,
Harris Athletics out of Florida, really good group.
Bruh, they tough, man. They tough. I done seen them. I done seen them all, bro. I'm sitting there like, man, what Shun done got me into? But we gonna, hey.
But like you got to see it, right? Like
you got to. You got to.
Like y'all got some really good young, but like both of y'all kids are really good. But like it's like, okay, y'all the best around y'all way. I wouldn't think there's too many kids that's better than them boys in Middle Georgia, right? But you got to be exposed and you got to see something different because y'all fighting for the same scholarship at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So it's like, don't hide. And like I say, go play over there. But when them lights turn on and you trying to figure out why your son ain't got a scholarship, well, damn, we was over here playing the School of the Blind and we got 20 trophies. We got 20 trophies. They ain't playing in front of not one college coach on court 59 in the back of the convention center.
So here,
that's on you. That's on you.
So I was telling Tat. So we played in the battlegrounds. So you did the battlegrounds, and I think it was the first live period, and they was in conjunction. Yeah, bro, it was college coaches roaming around the 8th grade where we was playing. I was like, oh, there go Mizzou, there go. I don't know who they was watching, but they just roaming around. I'm like, well, we where we need to be. Hopefully they see something they like.
And I think sometimes people say everybody got that misconception, we got to be a McEacher, we got to be a McEacher. But what I try to tell people is, McEacher and Hillgrove 2 miles apart. Marietta 5 miles apart. I got dudes that are driving 2 hours from Augusta to Atlanta. You don't think they're gonna drive 5 minutes up the road to see your son if he's really that guy?
Yeah.
They gonna go
Cincinnati catch a red eye from LA to Atlanta. You don't think they're gonna drive around the corner to see your son play? And I think it was really good, like the Elite 32, the first week of July. I mean, there was numerous times I went to, Kel and this play were kind of like the main hubs, and they 2 miles apart. but you know, it's 20, 25 coaches watching kids at kill. Then, you know, it's people at next play. And what I try to tell these dudes is, okay, you got to understand, for me, I say college coaches are going to be at the tournament.
Right.
I never said college coaches are going to watch your team.
Yeah.
You as a team director, it's your, you know, like that's your responsibility. You got to build relationships with coaches too and say, hey, you know what? This is my schedule for On the Radar. I would like for y'all to come watch my kids, because you got to have relationships too. Because a lot of these dudes, they say,
That's a
hey,
good point.
we know Warner Robins All-Stars. They've been around for a while. They put dudes in college. We might not know who they're going to have, but we're going to go through, we're going to watch them. Or, you know, Tat might send them something and say, all right, cool, we're going to look for these dudes. But a lot of times I hit, you know, these coaches get upset and they get mad at me. And I say, okay, look, how many college coaches have you sent your schedule to? I ain't sent my schedule to nobody. How many college coaches do you know? Well, I follow a couple of people on Twitter. No. How many people have you actually called or text and say, hey, coach, this is my schedule. Come watch my guys play. I ain't did that, coach. Well, like, you think these dudes just gonna happen to sit there now? Unless you got Shaq on your team,
Right.
these dudes probably ain't gonna sit there and watch you, because they have somebody else that they're going to see, and they've kind of mapped out a schedule for what they're gonna do. Like it's different events going on, and they got to run, you know, downtown, or they might have to go to Augusta, or they might have to go to Lake Point. They might have to go a couple different places.
So talk on that, Sean. Educate us, right? For what is the proper protocol for AAU director, right? And or coach and or parent, as far as communicating or interacting with a college coach?
First and foremost, you got to have realistic expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a 5'8" guard who can't slap the backboard and have an expectation that he's gonna play at UGA or the University of Florida, right? Like, I think a lot of these guys have unrealistic expectations. But instead of you trying to reach out to a Florida State, like, let's start off and let's reach out to Piedmont College and Truett McConnell and North Georgia and West Georgia. Because those dudes are probably more prone to, they gonna reach out, like, you know, Voorhees, right? Like Coach Huff.
Right.
Huff's gonna come to every event with multiple coaches, and he's gonna sit there and they're gonna try to watch every 17U, off site, on site, it don't matter. You email those guys and say, hey, send them some footage. Hey, I got a couple kids that I think you might be interested in. Those dudes gonna come watch, right? You do that to, and what I try to tell people, hit up a dude every day. You got from March to July. Hit up one dude every day. Trust me, you're gonna hit up a lot of people. You can hit up everybody in the region from JUCO, NAI, D3, D2. Start with those guys first, and then you might pique some interest from Georgia State, Kennesaw State, just kind of depending upon how good those kids are. But as a AAU program and a director, it's like, okay, you're taking money for parents and you put them in tournaments. That's cool, but at the same time, for parents, you got to decide: am I giving my money to this guy and we're just running up the road to play in these tournaments, or does he have relationships with college coaches? Has he actually put people in college?
Right.
It's a lot of dudes that's running programs that ain't never put nobody in college.
Not a one.
And they don't know no college coaches. So why am I gonna allow you to dictate my son's future and you don't know anybody? I'm not letting you trust. I'm not trusting you with my son's future.
Man.
Say that part again.
I'm not gonna allow you to dictate my son's future and you don't know not one college coach. You're crazy. You want me to pay you $800 for what? $1,200 for what? Nah, I'm cool, bro.
So we can go get these trophies, baby.
Y'all go get them trophies, man. The thing cost $25, man. Look, some of them just super cheap. You want me to get you a trophy? I'll send you a trophy to the house. But you'll be surprised at how many people and how many college coaches. I mean, how many travel coaches that I talk to who don't know any college coaches because they don't have any longevity, in the game, right? Like they haven't been around. They haven't, like I said, they haven't done it.
Dr. Love,
Dr. Love. Ain't heard from him in a bit, man. He want
You
to
see
know
that
how do you really know who's the best AAU team if Under Armour, Adidas, Nike, and the best independent teams don't play each other? What can they do to see who's the best?
I think in Georgia, there's more than enough opportunity for all the shoe teams and the independent teams to play, right? Like Tiball Classic. That's one of the early events.
Yep.
Jerome Weaver does a phenomenal job with Tiball Classic. That's one of the early events that really gives independent teams and shoe teams the opportunity to kind of line up and play head to head.
Right.
But who the best? I don't know. It changes every year. It's always changing. Now, this is different. Is it you talking about the best from a talent perspective or the best for players and parents?
So not speaking for Dr. Love, but he's mentioned this before as far as the way it used to be. Everybody would go to AAU nationals or something like that and have to line up and play each other. I think those days are probably gone just because of the different, you know what I mean?
Shoe circuit.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the shoe circuits allow Adidas to play a Nikes or vice versa.
Yeah, play. Yeah, not at their own circuit.
Not at their
event,
right?
Yeah, not at their event. But if they come to my event, they go to Hoop Scene or some of those other independent people, they can play.
Yeah,
they can play.
So I think that's where Dr. Love is at. So apparently Dr. Love be in the building, and we still don't know who this cat is.
No, man, I think there's some talent out there, man. I think me and Tat was we was talking about who was the kid from AOT, about 6'8", 6'9". Yeah, man. So excited to see what's gonna happen for him. Where does he play high school at?
He's at McEachern.
Yeah. He's at McEachern. All right, I'm at to follow him a little bit, man. He piqued my interest.
Real deal.
Yeah,
real deal.
He piqued my interest.
Hey, that's another and kind of segue what Charles just brought up as far as the high school and the AAU coach, high school coach and the AAU coach. What should their relationship be like?
I feel like they should have a great relationship because when these dudes get done playing AAU,
when you get done answering this question, I'm gonna tell you what Tat did real smooth to avoid it.
I think they gotta have a phenomenal relationships, and you see some of the so-called like powerhouses, right? Grayson, Norcross, Wheeler, Milton, now Kale, now Grovetown. Those dudes have really good relationships with the AAU programs, and the AAU coaches and guys that run those organizations have phenomenal relationships, and they trust those coaches. You know what I mean? Because they got to work together, man. They got to work hand to hand because these kids are gonna be with the high school coach half the time, and the other half the time they're gonna be with the AAU dudes.
Yeah. Hey, real quick too. Just being down here, man, and understanding what we have down here in Wasey. Can you just kind of talk to who he is and what he does? You know what I'm saying, for us down here in the Middle Georgia, South Georgia area, as far as helping our kids out.
I think what he does, man, it kind of go underserved because before him, and a lot of people want to say, they got their own opinions about him and who he pushed and who he helped. But before him, 10 years ago, wasn't nobody talking about kids in Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
Right? Like Quintez Cephas, that played at Stratford Academy, that's now a pro in the NFL. People don't know he was a big time hooper, but he had to come out here to play, with the Georgia Stars, right?
Yep.
But at that time, a lot of people weren't talking about him, right? So that's the thing. I think like his reach and his voice, because he's been around now and he's built relationships with college coaches and he know the right people that he can help those kids in Middle Georgia and get them an extra push. Because Metro Atlanta gonna get 90% of the buzz, right? Them kids in them other regions ain't gonna get as much publicity and as much talk during the high school year as a kid that's at Norcross or Wheeler. It ain't gonna happen. So I think, his reach and his voice kind of go underserved, and like what I always tell him, man, mess with the people that mess with you.
That's it.
You don't gotta bend over backwards to help these people out. But at the thing, you help every kid accordingly, and you do what you can do, and push them or get them to me or get them to whoever you need to get to, and we can take it from there.
Yeah. Shout out to Waitsy, man.
Oh yeah.
Man. Actually, he gonna have some events coming up here shortly, so you probably see some things start to.
Yeah. I'm glad he, I had to push Wacy to like run some events. I'm like, bro, run the events. What you doing? Run them. Like them kids need. Bro, I don't know. I said, look, man, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. It ain't that hard because you got a platform, you got to reach, and we can make sure the right people get down there. But at the end of the day, if you helping kids out and you can put them in the right situation, and you get a couple D2s or whatever the case may be to come through there, NAI to come through there, it's worth it. It's worth it. You just giving them kids an extra opportunity to be seen.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned the Coach Huff earlier. Huff is at all the events, man. If he got
Huff is at all the events. Huff is pulling up to all the events. Huff is pulling up to all the events, bro. It's just his whole staff is pulling up.
They there early.
I mean, but that's what you got to do. Like in those places at that level, you got to come in, you got to search high, you got to look low, because there's somebody out there that can play, or somebody that can help your program, and there might be a kid that's getting under recruited that you can go steal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So dudes like that, and that's what I tell AAU coaches. I guarantee you, if you reach out to Huff, he gonna hit you back.
Oh Lord.
So, hey, I don't know if we get in this last comment.
Lord have mercy. I'll put it up here, but so we ever gonna get the Sandy versus Hillman one-on-one game?
Hey,
man.
I mean, I think both of them dudes do a good job, and they don't like that. I see Hillsman all the time, and I talk to him pretty often. But that would be one to get together.
That's
and
on
I mean,
the
like I
main
said,
court.
It's definitely on the main court.
Yeah.
Main court live stream commentary, like shot clock, referees, like referees, everything.
Hey, what's your boy to do the boxing announcement, KP? We have to get him to announce that one. Yeah, we had to get him to announce it. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, that's a big boy bout. Hey, Shun, do you got any high school events that you gonna try?
I always do one event. Yeah, I always do one event in Norcross every year. I think it's November the 20th. Saturday, November the 20th. I've been running that event for probably about 10 or 11 years. Okay. Just one event, early season event. A lot of teams in the metro area that'll participate in that.
Yep. Hoko will be there, man. We're gonna be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. Don't worry about
it. Y'all got the new coach, but y'all got our young boys, so y'all gonna be good.
Hey, and speaking of that, man, so this was the and as I believe this was the first year y'all did a high school camp, right?
Yeah. So me and Chris Watkins decided to put that on for the teams who weren't selected for the team camp in June, right? When they kind of merged and they let teams from outside the state come and play, come and participate in the Georgia team camp, which once again, them dudes did a phenomenal job. Like the high school coaches in Georgia, they did a really good job with that.
Yeah. It was exciting, man. There's one thing though, brother. I'm not used to paying to get into these events because I'm normally coaching. So.
Hey, me and KP was at the door like, huh?
My name is, but I need a band. Like, oh man, download this app and do what?
Yeah, it felt good being on that side of it, man. I've been
good being on the sideline, but yeah, that was a new experience for me, my man.
That team camp, I thought it was good.
It was.
There was some D2s, D3s, NIs that came through there. So it was still good. What are we talking about? Oh man. No, it was good for them dudes to come through there and get a chance to look at some of those kids who couldn't participate in the other team camp.
Hey, and I'll speak. I won't speak for Coach Buddy, which is the Hoco coach, man. But I think it was a good opportunity for him to go up and play some Metro Atlanta teams in that area, kind of getting away from down here and kind of seeing where he's at and what he got. So it was a good position right there as well.
Yeah, especially for him coming up with the young boys, like kind of throwing them in the fire early because he's gonna have to lean on them, which they probably gonna struggle, early first year, but year 2 and year 3, they'll be able to build off. Yeah, they got that experience, and none of the boys been playing 17U, and they kind of seeing what it looked like. They shouldn't be completely shell shocked, when them lights turn on in November.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think Coach T is asking when the girls event coming.
Whew. That the girls event is the girls market. It just, I think in Georgia is just completely different.
It is.
It's different. Like it's different, man. And I don't know too many guys. I don't know too many people who run girls events, right? I know a couple. I know a couple guys, or one guy that runs some girls teams that does a phenomenal job. Coach Bo that run FBC. I feel like he got a ton of girls, and I know Tat and them, y'all started running girls this year.
Yeah.
I just don't know too much about like the landscape in girls grassroots basketball. I feel like it's completely different from the boys' side.
Yeah. Do they have different live periods? They got different live periods, right?
They do got different live periods.
It ain't many events in Georgia. I can tell you that much. When you start looking them up, you have some here and there, but it ain't many.
Yeah, don't give me the line. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's it's just a little different, but the boys stuff is it's been able to help these dudes. It's good because every year it's gonna be some new guys that's gonna come up and they're gonna make some noise.
Oh yeah. Exciting times, man. Exciting times. So I know it's you got some camps coming up. We're kind of getting into camp season right now a little bit. You want to talk about that and why it's important to attend camps?
You know what? Like, I have breakout camp on August the 13th. Here in Atlanta, that's for freshmen and sophomores. I think it's really good.
Man, they say you got the best hospitality room. Fried chicken, greens, mac and cheese, cornbread.
I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this. Tiffany Moore that work at the door, right? Me and her, our fathers work together. So when I was playing football in college, she actually lived in my dorm, right? She lived in my dorm, but when I was first starting, right, 2009, she put together like a web page for me, right? So her family been very involved in what I'm doing. But when I tell you the spread that they lay out in the hospitality room, you got chicken, you got green beans, mashed potatoes, rolls, cookies, salad. You might come back and you might have, beef lasagna, you got a turkey lasagna, pulled pork,
Hold on.
pasta salad.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. So does my band get me in the hospitality room?
Hey man, you come through there. I'm gonna get you in the hospitality room. I'm gonna get you in the hospitality room.
I got KP, you know me. You already know.
Hey, so I've been eating these chips and these.
Oh no, we ain't. College coaches ain't doing that, man. We ain't doing that. They do a good job with the hospitality room.
Right.
I will say that. Cause the thing is, like, I don't want them to leave. Like, your food right here, just watching the game.
Yeah.
You leave, you might not come back.
Right. You got everything you need.
Got everything you need, so it ain't even no need to leave, man. Just go ahead and pile your plate up. We're gonna do lunch and dinner.
Charles, you hear that, right?
Hey, you already know me, player.
I'm gonna hit that. I don't know, bro, but you got security over there too.
Man, what I say, man, you hit me, we get you in the hospitality room. We get you in the hospitality room.
KP, they be like, whoa.
Right. but actually, security was pretty cool though, man. I actually became friends with one of them, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now we were like,
big boy.
Yeah, a bit, but we like talking
Yeah.
like serious conversation. He's
Yeah.
pretty
Hey,
cool
hey,
dude, man.
Hey, he watch every one of our games too, bro.
Yeah.
We got security at our games, so we straight.
You know what you gotta have. You know this. You know, in 2022, it's a different time, and different era. So you gotta have the security though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I'm like, it's still basketball. You know what I mean? Like you gotta kind of compose yourself.
Well, and that's the thing. You got to know the game of basketball to know when it's basketball, when it's about to get out of hand.
You know what I tell parents? I'm like, you showing out over here, and you want the coach to recruit your son? Like, no, they ain't about to do that. You acting a fool in front of these college coaches?
Hey,
You think they're gonna recruit your son? Nah, man.
We
These people
heard-
like they have real jobs. They're trying to keep their job and get another job.
Mhm.
They're not gonna let you mess it up for them.
we heard it from a coach today.
We did.
We definitely watch the parents. We recruit the parents as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Uh,
Without a doubt. So some of the parents that want to act out and act crazy, like, okay, cool. Don't worry, when a dude ain't recruiting your son, you might think about it. You know what I mean? Oh, just from last summer.
Oh, they see you on social media too, parents. Just in case you don't know.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
you can't act a fool.
Hey, Tat, you talking to the refs like that?
Hey, man.
Hey,
But look, I ain't gonna lie. Tat, you did walk out of a game. What was it, last year?
Last year. That was
Hey,
last
but
year.
Bro was so hot.
hey,
bro was so
he-
hot out there, McKeesha. He
he
just
ain't
walked.
just walked out of the game. He said,
out.
"Give me my
Listen.
ball."
Walked out
Hey,
the
sir,
game.
That's my fault.
Got it ball. I said, "Come on,
Listen,
Tat. Come on, bro."
Listen, no, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. The ref say, look, hey, if he stays, then we ain't playing no more. All right, give my ball then.
Bro, Willie called me. Hey man, call Tat, man. Tat over here tripping, man. Call Tat right now.
But it wasn't me though. It wasn't me. I just asked the guy. Even the ref that was evaluating them came over there. And she was like, "Yeah, they wrong." She was like, "Yeah, they are absolutely wrong. They're absolutely wrong." And then I said, "Thank you." And dude turned around and say, "Look, if he ain't."
Come on, Tat in the Wi-Fi now. Tat Wi-Fi, man.
That Wi-Fi.
Man, this
Hey, Shun.
I don't know.
Hey,
I think it started thundering over here.
we thought,
It wasn't it start thunder.
or lightning.
But yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Tat, you did good though. The last tournament when old boy called the rep. Boy, I was like, oh boy, Tat about to go in when that buzzer.
Shut
Nah,
Bro,
I
I thought
at the end.
yeah, I thought he was about to lose.
Man.
I was like, oh Lord,
No,
he got
that
to
was
run
Shun.
up out of here.
Hey, it was the one before that.
Yeah, the
Tell me
referee
about the
told
one
me.
before that.
The referee told me at the end, man, during the game, I asked him, would they call a charge call or something? And I asked him, I said, well, Mr. Ref, what did he do wrong? And the ref looked at me like, well, he wasn't there. And turned around and pointed his finger at me and say, shut the F up. I said, whoa, wait, no. I said, no, we ain't going to do that. I said, no, we ain't going to do that. Now, you going to talk to me like you got some sense. He ain't going to tell me that. And he turned around, looked at me. I said, all right, you know what? Okay, I got you. So went through the whole game, went through at the game where I told him, say, look, man, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna ever talk to me like that again. I said, you do that again. I said, do that again. Now we're gonna have some problems now.
We got to go outside.
Yeah, man, you can't do that, man.
But look, I ain't gonna say though. You know, sometimes we just sit over there and watch you, bro. And you be getting so mad, bro. It's hilarious. Bro, we sit over there and we watch you. We be over there cracking up. Hey, man, they be so funny. I said, oh, man. I said, man, my boy mad over there, man. He tight. I said, he tight.
Hey, Tat.
Chris said he got him after the game.
Yeah, Tat told him to stand on it. Stand on
man. Man, don't do that now. So we ain't gonna do
what
that.
I say, hey, we sit over there and watch, bro. We be over there like bro. Me and Willie be over there laughing. It'd be hilarious.
Hey, but the next
bro,
day,
you be getting so mad at them kids, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, here you go, man. Here you go. You about to go on.
But I tell you this,
I know what it's coming, huh?
I tell you this,
right,
this
hilarious.
This the hardest these jokers played these last 2 weeks, boy. The last 2 week live period. Yeah, them jokers play hard now. Man, they look way different than April.
But you weren't in full strength. I don't think your team was in full strength in April, though, was it?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
Hey, Sean, you know when they get bad, when Tat grab a chair and sit down. When he grab a chair
Bro.
and sit down,
We just be over there laughing like, hey, man, going over there, man. Before the man go crazy. I like going over there before he go crazy.
I tell you,
But you know this. Yeah, they gotta respect you, know.
Yeah.
They gotta respect you. So, that'd be the thing with them parents. I just say it's only 2 programs in that area that have put people in school. 2. I don't talk about no new people that coming up. You know what I mean?
So you just in 10 years ago.
When y'all come on the scene? When did y'all come on the scene?
We
11 or 12?
That's about 11 to 12. I'll tell you this, Sean. They had to be 11th graders, I want to say. No, they was 10th graders. They were 10th graders. It was
right?
Yeah, that was Kobe. That was 2017, I want to say. We was actually playing over at Hoop Scene then. And that was 2016. And now we played, and this is how I first met Shun. No, Chris, not when we first started. See, there you go, ear hustling. We first started in 2011 when they was 6th grade, I think. But man, we played over at Hoop Scene and played a tough schedule over there and messed around and beat the Atlanta Express. And I get back to the hotel room and my phone rang. And I pick up the telephone, like, and Atlanta number, say hello. And then he was like, hey man, what's up? This Sean. I'm like, and I'm in myself, like, cause the hell I didn't know. And I'm like, all right, man, like, okay, what's up? He's like, man, I want you to come over to the event, that we having next week. And I'm saying to myself, like, man, I don't know no Sean. But yeah, we'll come over there. And I got off the phone, I told my wife, I said, some guy named Sean Williams just called me. I don't know who the hell it is. And I said, man, we ain't going to no event next week. We ain't going over there. We coming back over to Hoop Scene. So I talked to Wasey. Like that Monday. He was like, hey, man, you need to go over there. He said, I'm telling you, you need to go over there. So we went over there, and we've been over there ever since.
Yeah, so that's what I try to tell you. I say, hey, now I know, these new team want to pop up, and that's cool, right? It's all about helping kids, but at the end of the day, if I'm a parent, I'm not putting my trust and my faith into somebody who's never put a kid in college. I'm not doing that. It's only 2 programs down there that put people in school. I mean, y'all probably the most consistent, y'all and Team Georgia Magic are the 2 most consistent programs since I started in 2009 that have been able to put kids in school of all levels, right? So people try to come through and they try to, do it every year, but hey, it's when you ain't got them relationships, it's hard to duplicate that.
But Sean, let's be real about it too. Travel basketball has become the new hustle.
Yeah, it is for a lot of people. That's what I said. Like, why am I giving you $900 and you don't know no college coaches?
Yeah,
call them. Don't say me you know it. Call them. Text them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cause anybody can tell you anything. I need to see some actions. You call them, bro. Give my kid to an elite camp or where are the kids that you put in school? Are you taking my kid on campus? Or are you getting him some opportunities to, like I said, go to these elite camps or go to, some of these things that some of these schools are offering? Because like I said, that is the new hustle for a lot of people. They're gonna charge $1,000 and you running up the road every weekend, and you ain't playing in no live period events. You just playing for trophies. So parents got to be more aware of that too.
How can parents get educated?
You know what is? I think it's tough, man. Like it is tough for a lot of parents, but what it comes back to is asking questions, right? Like you got to ask questions of this team that you're playing with. Who you put in school? Who you put in school last year? Who you put in school 2 years ago? What relationships do you have with college coaches?
Right.
Or are you going to take my son to elite camps at North Georgia, West Georgia, Kennesaw State, Georgia State, East Tennessee State? It's all about relationships. So if those people don't have relationships and they haven't put anybody in school, I ain't let my son play for you.
Right.
For what? I'm just giving money away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it is some new
Which-
guys that have come up and they do a phenomenal job, and they just ain't had the opportunity to put kids in school yet. Now, it is some dudes out there like that.
But they still got those relationships already, though.
Yeah, a lot of the dudes got the relationships.
But you know what their rebuttal is to that?
What?
We playing the same tournaments. But
It's cool, but it's about relationships.
right.
It's about relationships. Like, is this coach from North Georgia gonna come watch y'all play at 9:30 in the morning?
Right.
Over here at McEachern or whatever the case may be. If you don't know him, probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So relationships is a big part of
on
it.
your behalf.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Man, I think it's important too, man, to have somebody close to you that can help guide you. Like if you ain't never been through this, you gotta have somebody in your corner that can guide you. If you ain't never been through it, man, I think that's hard, especially for a parent, right? I lean on Tat and Wasey and KP a lot. Like, hey man, what you think about blase? And we run it back. So if you ain't got that, man, you pissing in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of people spend a lot of time burning bridges, jumping from team to team, jumping from high school to high school, and you look up now your son a senior, and it's like, well, damn, he had the juice in 9th grade, and the shit fizzled out ever since.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, let's talk about the team to team thing, man.
Yeah, man.
So, and I'm just gonna ask you from your standpoint, right? You being an evaluator, you being a tournament director, kind of looking and knowing the landscape and knowing where kids are at. And then when a kid ain't where you last thought they were at, now they're somewhere else, and then somewhere in that mix, they kind of get lost in all of that, right? From jumping from team to team to team.
Do I need to put this get it off your chest thing up here?
We can put it.
With that, like, man, I tell you, these people like they never gonna listen. Right? Parents ain't never gonna listen. It's always the coach's fault. It's always like it's literally 9 times out of 10 people gonna blame the coach.
Right.
And a lot of times people gotta understand, man, these coaches are doing this.
We appreciate that, Bruce.
I co-sign that, Bruce.
I think the best way, a lot of these parents, like, it's like, yo, take out the daddy goggles. Your son ain't LeBron James.
Right.
Like, he messes up. And I think you teach them bad habits when you allow them to run and jump from team to team. Now you're gonna jump from high school to high school, right? We see that a lot. A lot of these kids are jumping and changing multiple AAU teams, multiple high schools. And sometimes situations are bad, but many times it's like these dudes are doing it because they want to help you. So if you find somebody that really has a genuine interest in your son and really trying to educate you and trying to take time and trying to really coach them, then you probably should stay where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because ain't no situation gonna be perfect. It ain't gonna be a perfect situation out there. So I'm not, all the jumping around. I don't sign off on it. Sometimes it's needed. Sometimes it's needed, but not multiple teams in a year. You got kids changing 4 teams from March to July. You change the teams every month.
AAU free agency.
Hey, I was about to say, KP, I seen somebody put out before the last live period still looking for, 6'10", whatever they put. I was like, huh? But anyway, like my man Wasted say in Harnett say, man, genuine hearts, man. Genuine hearts.
Yeah, I just ain't real big on that. I think it's a disservice to your kids on your roster. If you care about the kids on your roster, to me, I'm looking for another 6 kid or whatever to come in and play just in the month of July. I think it's a disservice to your kids. So I think it's a slap in the face to your kids. I mean, being honest.
Yeah, but sometimes for these parents, like, and like I, as a kid that played for Tech, to play with you a little bit, right? That probably got everything they needed. Actually, got everything they needed playing with the All-Stars, but when a better opportunity presented itself, the kid would jump to the opportunity that seemed better. But it's like, is it better if you're playing 5 minutes a game?
Right.
I'm confused. Like, yeah, maybe the platform is bigger, but now it's like these coaches are recruiting you, but it's like, well, damn, we're going to see you playing with this other team. You playing 5 minutes a game. You're doing your son a disservice.
No,
Like,
no, Shun, nothing like that actually ever happened.
hey, it happens all the time, man. It blows my mind. And then people want to say why they're not getting recruited. Well, you're playing 5 minutes a game. What do you think? What do you think?
You mean stuff like that really happens, Shun?
Bro, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised what people do for a couple shoes on an out-of-town trip.
Wow.
They'll sell their soul for a couple pair of shoes.
I'm with you, Shun. If I want to go to Vegas, man, my pocketbooks allow me to go to Vegas. We'll go.
Yeah, if you want to go out of town, take your family on vacation.
I ain't tripping on that stuff. My
Play with-
kids need some shoes. We'll go get some shoes.
Play where it's established.
Hey,
relationships.
Shun, let me ask you something, man. I ain't trying to, get in your personal business here or nothing, but and the situation may be a little different for you. But as many events that you put on, your wife ain't saying, "Hey, let's go out of town." When we going out of town?
Oh, look, hey, Shun. Hey, Shun, don't get started with this. Don't get started with
when
that.
we get to go on vacation?
Hey,
Man, you know, like I said, that's why I was at the beach because my son said he wanted to. But like, you got to understand this is what I like to do, and this is from March to August the 1st we locked in, and this is what we doing.
hey,
You know what I mean?
hey, his old lady don't play. She's like, look, all of June gone. We can't go in June. We can't go in July. Me and Ted over here like, what you gonna do, Kenny?
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Kenny?
Man, hey, you better go. You better go on what they call it, fall break. You better take that fall break in September.
Look, man, let me say this. Let me say this real quietly on the mic. I'm the CEO of Team Plumber over here.
Okay.
You know, that's all I got to say.
Don't let him fool you.
Let's get off the subject for the video.
For the boss come in now, right?
Yeah, we hype him up though, Shun. We hype him up.
That's right, man.
We gas him up.
Hey,
Yep.
what's that? You want to travel? Pick up a basketball and take 2 steps.
True. Nah, it's true, but that's what you that's what you got to do.
That's
I
the
mean,
grind.
especially that's the grind from March to August the 1st. That's really it.
It is.
100%.
Yeah, that's it. So it pay off in the long run for people that commit to it and people that grind it out. It's gonna pay off.
Definitely. Yeah. You got to. And it honestly, man, if you think about it, it's really a short time frame you got.
It is.
It's a short. You only got so many summers.
And then you off in
but
June.
people think they got all the time. They got all this time.
No, you got. It's only so many summers that you got, man.
That window closed fast.
It does.
Yeah, me and KT was talking about it a couple weeks ago.
Y'all look up in a minute. Y'all boys gonna be seniors.
Yeah.
Got 3 summers left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it go by quick.
That's crazy. Hey, I don't know if we asked you this or not, man. What's your thoughts on prep schools?
Prep schools and outside of TSF, I haven't seen any prep schools that have had longevity around here outside of Mount Verde, IMG, right?
Okay.
In Georgia, only one is TSF. TSF has been able to figure it out. They have longevity, right? But on the other hand, too, I think we got some really good high schools and some really good high school coaches in the state of Georgia where these kids don't got to go to prep school.
Well, let me ask you, prep school as far as in the with the portal situation being the way it is. Right?
So you're talking about post-grad, it's like a post-grad deal?
Yeah.
I think post-grad at JUCO can be beneficial for some of these dudes.
Okay.
Very beneficial. Very beneficial for some of these guys because some of these guys might get overlooked. Or some of these guys are going to wait out and try to go to a bigger opportunity, and these dudes are going to get tired and take somebody else.
And miss out, right?
Yeah, but like junior college and post grad that's not a bad route.
Yeah.
It ain't a bad route if you're gonna go and you're gonna work on your game and you're gonna get better.
So I seen a kid go post grad. He graduated, got some offers, went post grad, and pretty much got the same offers. So is it different for this group just because of COVID, super sophomores and transfer portal? What are your thoughts on that?
That kid was giving bad advice. He should have went to school the first time.
Yep.
That's what like that's the thing. What I say, like take what you got. If you're good enough, you can play your way to a bigger level. And like Middle Georgia Prep, like they've been consistent, but like people don't remember Kingdom Prep coming through Columbus in 2013 with some of them kids that went there, and I think they lasted for like 2 years, right? But a lot of them prep schools in Georgia haven't done extremely well. Middle Georgia Prep has been good, and TSL.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been seeing. I ain't gonna say been seeing. I've noticed it. It's like it's yeah. I don't. I'm not the one to give advice on prep because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I'll find somebody that do.
But you go that junior college route, or you go that post grad route. Like some dudes do a really good job with post grad, right? Like in Georgia, you say Middle Georgia Prep, TSF. Okay, then you go down to Florida. I think PHS Academy with Aaron Holmes, phenomenal job. Mo Spates is doing a good job with his post grad situation.
Oh, I didn't know he
and
had
post grad. Yeah, he got a post grad deal that he started last year. He's doing a good job with it. So those are another routes because they play in events throughout the year and they train and they do some of that different stuff. Those are another avenues where guys can go and get better and be able to be seen.
Hey, so okay, the hard hitting questions, right? But just your thoughts, man. So I've seen some things where you have these post grads and they're still playing AAU, right? Has there ever been conversation or talk of playing or having a division specifically for post grad?
No, why? People always say, these kids old. But according to the NCAA, they can still play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, they old. Okay, cool. I mean, so what? You can hoop. It ain't football.
Right.
In my opinion. Like, it's nothing that – there's nothing – and I just think it would be hard to have a team –
specific.
Maybe somebody – yeah, because a lot of these dudes that's in the post-grad, they're probably going to go back and play with the AAU teams in the spring, right?
Right.
So it's I think a lot of them dudes, it's hard to get a team of those guys and to put them out there. So you kind of miss and match and you do 17U with some post grad kids or whatever the case may be.
Right. Good.
Now like I say, to me now, I done did my research. Some of the best kids that have come through Atlanta are kids that are available late. Right? Like, okay, Colin Sexton, Anthony Edwards, Isaac Okoro, those kids we all know about. But some of the dudes that have had really good college careers have been available late. Like there's guys that have been available late. Adam Flagler, available late. Played in April. Played in the April live period. Bubba Parham, played in the April live period. Went to VMI, went to Georgia Tech, now he's going to Sanford. Right? Like there have been Trevin Wade, played in July. Goes to UTEP a week after. Went to UTEP literally a week after playing in the Power 24. Goes to UTEP, Wichita State, then finished at Arkansas. So there's been some kids that have been available late in Georgia that have played really well and had really good college careers.
I think they Adidas now.
No, Huncho's Adidas.
Yeah.
Free bands merge. I think like free bands merge with like TSL or something like that.
Yeah, they 2024 merged with TSL.
Yeah.
But we can't merge right here.
Yeah.
You can't. That might not be. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah. I'm leave that alone.
So, Shun, the travel season, man, since it's done, over with, man, what's your recap?
You know, I thought April was the April live period is tricky because a lot of these dudes are getting these transfer kids to come on campus, right? So I think April, it was a good turnout of coaches in April. It was a great turnout in July, right? July, everybody was out. Everybody is out. Both weekends, packed wall to wall, coaches of all levels. But April live period make it tricky because dudes are having transfers come on campus and they're trying to figure out their roster because, like I said, their roster changing. Now that kids can leave and be eligible right away, those rosters are changing. Now, one of my favorite events, I think the Rocky Top Invitational, really good event, right? In Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Really good event. A lot of shoe teams, a lot of independent teams, a lot of Midwest teams, a lot of teams out of Carolinas. That event was good. The event that was in Winter Haven in Florida, the facility was phenomenal. A lot of, some independent teams from Georgia, some of the shoe teams from the Northeast was able to come down and play in Florida. So I thought overall travel season was really good. But more importantly, I've seen a lot of scholarships rolling out after April and July. So that means, kids are getting opportunities.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so it was good. I thought it was good.
So are you looking to add any events?
I don't know. I gotta kind of figure it out. I gotta kind of figure it out. I mean, right now I'm good with what we got.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, Tat called me about going to New Orleans. You know what I mean? I think he said his wife want to go to New Orleans.
Oh, so that's how Tat does it.
Yeah, Tat said he want to go to New Orleans.
So that's a good question, man. So a lot of talk has been out there, right? So I know you see a lot of independent teams. So if there was a sector of the states you would like to dip into to see where these Georgia or Southeast independent teams, how they fare, what sector of the country would that be?
I always have to see the Midwest teams. We got a ton of Midwest teams that come through, and the Midwest teams don't want no smoke with these boys from the South. Like they do all that talking on Twitter and Instagram. I can pull up the schedules, and some of the best teams out of those regions, they like going 1-5. I think Texas is the market, and it's a dude out there that does a good job. Marcus Sloan and Jim Hicks. And I got people like in different cities, so I don't really try to go and really infringe and step in their backyard. You know what I mean? Like New Orleans, like a dude Maul Mundy do a phenomenal job out there in New Orleans. But if I can line it up, I like to line up these boys on our side against Texas and some of the better independent teams from Texas did come, and it did get ugly. It got ugly for those guys. I'm always ride with these boys on the South and on the East Coast.
Where's that neutral ground at?
The neutral ground.
Neutral ground to have a mega tournament.
Yeah, man, look, we in the best place in the country. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. You come here. We don't gotta go there. You come here. You pull up here. Everybody here. We here. You know what I mean? Like we ain't going nowhere. Nobody. Like we're not going to Kansas. Like Houston's cool. Dallas is cool. But like them teams trying to get to Atlanta. Right. They beating the door down to get here. We ain't trying to beat the door down to get over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is the neutral ground. Oh, like I got my man Norton Herb, Team Thad. He like, I'm not gonna play an Atlanta shoe team in Atlanta. Like it ain't fair. We gotta go somewhere else. I said, look, bro, if you want to play this team, you gotta come to Atlanta. They ain't going out of town. They ain't got to. But no, like I said, I just think some of the best basketballers here.
Chi-Town.
I want no smoke. Indy. Okay, nah, Chi-Town. Next city, please. Next city.
Charles, hey,
Next city.
Charles, this is to get it off your chest segment right here.
I
Next
know,
city.
right?
Texas. Next city. Pull up the Elite 32. Pull up the Elite 32 schedule and see what happened from them teams from Texas that came out here. It got real ugly. It got real ugly.
Hey,
We got receipts.
Receipts
We
on
got
deck.
receipts. But it's it's good talent in them other places, but I'm always riding with my guys this year. I'm gonna put them against anybody.
Hey, have you thought about putting any shot clocks in for the summer?
I have, I think it'd be good, especially since these dudes are gonna go to using, shot clocks. I think everything is gonna be implemented. The majority of the state will be implemented this year, right? Then the following year, everybody will be on it.
I think
I
everybody
thought
on it.
about it.
I think everybody on it this year.
This year. Yeah,
Everybody
this
on
year.
it this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
everybody
about
this
it.
year.
I thought about it. It'll come out. It'll cut out a lot of the, some of the stuff. But you know what? I also, when I did my high school event last year, it wasn't. I had 6 games, and out of those 6 games, I honestly think it was only maybe 5 plays. Arkansas. What surprised me is some good teams. Arkansas. They don't got no longevity in Arkansas. It ain't big enough. State ain't big enough. Shoot teams eat all the good players up. The shot clock. I only seen like 5 plays that was affected by the shot clock.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they pretty much already playing under that.
They getting the ball out of their hands, and
Yes.
it affect the end of the game. It can affect the end of the game when dudes are stall and hold out.
Last 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it can affect that.
Yeah.
But nah, man, these people are still seeing these different states. I'm riding with Georgia, riding with the South, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Carolinas, Alabama, Tennessee.
Boy, say you want all the smoke.
There's plenty of opportunity to pull up to Atlanta, man.
Hey, line them up, huh?
Oh yeah. Some of these teams, some of the independent teams over here, they'll definitely beat some shoe teams. And now, some of the independent teams are going to run through the majority of these dudes in the country. There without a doubt. Mm-hmm. It's just the level of talent and the amount of kids that's on the side compared, like it's not a ton of good. I didn't think it was a ton of really good good players, in the Midwest. I mean, there are, but it's just more people. The population is a bigger population on the side.
Right.
Sexton or Lou Will?
Ooh. What are you talking? High school or NBA?
High school or NBA?
I mean, AAU. That's tough though, because
that is tough.
Well, if you go on NBA, I'm gonna say Lou Will, just because of his resume. Sexton's still building.
He's been around longer.
Yeah, he's been around longer.
So had an impact. In high school, both of them had a phenomenal impact. But
so he's saying high school. I wouldn't hear.
See me.
I say
me and Lou, we're the same age, so it's kind of different for me because I wasn't looking at it the way I look at it now.
Right.
But what Colin Sexton was able to do in like a 15-month period, I haven't seen too many people do that.
And that's what, it was literally like a little over a year for him, right?
And then now Lou Williams had Mike Mercer with him too. Now did it?
He had some dudes with him too.
Sexton didn't play with dudes like that in high school.
And they still had Jared Harper with him.
Ooh,
Jared Harper with him.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Jared Harper was good too. Now.
Yeah, he was.
Shit,
Jared Harper, a bad boy. So he had some dudes with him too. So he had some players. So, but like what Colin was able to do, it ain't a lot of people that was able to do that in 15 months or 18 months.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what year? Out of all the years that you've been doing this, what year you think had the most impact with kids? Going to college.
Impact. Kids going to college. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. Hold on, that's a tough one. Cause I feel like I think for me, probably the big year for me was when I was running an event at Emory University. Team Takeover had just won. They just went undefeated and won the EYBL. They came down and played. Markel Folks was like the number one player in the country, playing with DC Blue Devils. He came down and played. Who else was playing in that event? Anthony Edwards was playing in that event. But then there was some really good independent teams that was playing in that event, right? I think at that point, it was really good because independent dudes were getting a chance to play some of these marquee teams, and now it was jam packed with college coaches. So I think like that year was solidified, OTR and the kind of stuff that we're putting on and we're putting together and giving these dudes, some of these independent dudes and shoe dudes, the opportunities to play and showcase their talent in front of college coaches. But every year I feel like you try to do something and bring something else to the table to help more and more dudes out.
Right.
Help more and more teams out.
So speaking of something different, do you think OTE would be at y'all events? Scouting?
OTE's at the events. Matthew
Really?
Verdon. Yeah, Matthew Verdon is a
So I didn't know that.
He always hanging out. He always in the gym. He always laying low. Like he's a phenomenal worker and he worked for OTE, but he always gonna be somewhere, watching and trying to find the next talent, especially since we in Atlanta. Like this you driving around the corner.
That makes sense.
No.
I didn't even know
And
that.
trust me, like, he there, like he know what's going on. Yeah, he know what's going on. So for them dudes, it's easy.
And I think the last thing we heard about the NBA when they supposed to in 2023 when they supposed to move it to where you can go straight to the league. Is that still a thing?
I think people are trying to push for that, but I don't think nobody signed up for it.
They ain't signed up. Okay. All right. So I hadn't heard anything about it, so I didn't know. I know they talked about 2023. They was talking about moving it, but I hadn't heard anything as far as any movement.
Yeah.
Well, is that why you think they had these other platforms now because of that? Give them that year to kind of go pro, whether it's the G League or the overtime, and then still go right into, you know what I mean? To me, it seems like that was kind of that was made for that.
Yeah, just another avenue. Another avenue for some of these dudes.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Bringing them out, bro. Goddamn. I had no clue.
That's why I stand on the best platform in the Southeast. I say it all the time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and if you have one of Shun events, man, he's a very humble guy. We'll take time out and have a 30-minute conversation with you if you need it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Hey, for real. Let's talk. Let's sit down and talk. Let's figure it out.
Nah, he's moving around, man, but you wouldn't know that he's a director. I'll just say it that way. The way you carry yourself, bro, and like I said, you're humbled in that sense. You don't walk around with that air or that title over your head. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, for what? Like, for me, it's something I like to do, and man, I'm just here to help.
Hey, some people live by titles, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care about that title. I really don't want you to know who I am. Because I really don't feel like talking. But I will talk.
No, that's true too. Because I have seen you come in the gym with a hoodie on.
I want to lay low. I want to be low. I want to be low. Like, I don't care if you don't know me. I don't care. It don't matter to me. But I do, I do want to be able to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lot.
What's up, Jess? But yeah. Hey man, we're gonna get you out of here, brother. We appreciate the time, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate it. Anytime y'all need something, just let me know. I definitely thank you for having me on.
Definitely.
Man. Yeah, thanks for your time, bro. We appreciate you, bro.
Hey, if it's
Okay.
anything,
Always.
man, with this platform, you let us know, and you know what I'm saying, we pushing for you and supporting and all that good stuff, man. So
Okay.
just lean on us as much as you need to.
I definitely appreciate it.
All right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Enjoy the rest of your summer, brother.
Okay. No, I definitely will.
All right,
I'll talk
bro.
to y'all later.
All right,
Yes,
Okay.
sir. All right.
All right,
All
sir.
right.
good stuff right there, man.
Oh
People.
yeah.
I hope y'all heard. I heard it straight from the
Man.
There
The
you go.
man.
You heard it straight from the man mouth, man. As far as what needs to happen, what should happen. Looking out for.
Hey man, you know I'm always in chill mode, John B.
Oh yeah, good
Great.
stuff, man.
Great information, man. He gonna let you know what it is.
And he's gonna straight
Yeah.
up give it to you straight up, man. So
No, good conversation, man. Good
Well, I
conversation
mean,
with you.
just genuine conversation. It ain't no,
Yeah, no mouth.
it ain't no shooting the breeze, telling you what you want to hear, and
right.
this, that, and the other. I mean, it's genuine conversation. As some young kids say, real talk.
Real
Real.
shit.
Oh yeah. So that's why I love going to those events, man, because it's gonna be quality talent there. And during the live period, it's gonna be tons of college coaches. Kids gonna have tons of opportunities to get seen.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, man. And you walk around the event, it's college coaches left and right. Left and right. I don't think we can emphasize that enough, man.
Dr. Love, no, man. I try to stay cool. This was a cool year for me. I was more encouraging. I was more encouraging this year than fussing.
Hey, I can co-sign that.
Yeah, I was more encouraging than fussing. I mean, kids play hard.
Can co-sign that.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. But just play hard.
So what's next, fellas?
These tryouts, and I guess Hartnett got a camp this weekend, point guard camp.
Point guard.
He got the point guard camp this weekend. Way said, I don't think he got a date yet, but he's got the unsigned hype coming up.
Yep, girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
So Hartnett camp changing of the guards.
Changing of the guards.
From 2020 to 2028, I think is the youngest age group. So that would be 7th graders.
Nah, I didn't. I don't.
No.
Okay,
I think for me, John B, I think communication went well throughout the whole summer. So I don't think no parent has asked to have a sit down. So
I didn't have a sit down. I had a stand up conversation, but it wasn't nothing.
I think overall, I think the year went pretty
just smooth.
Steady.
It was pretty good. Yeah. And so let me kind of clarify that. So with me having a 6th grade group, this year, kind of coming back from that 2025 group, kind of restarting that process over again, right? So managing expectation, managing different thought process, understanding what this process looks like, right? So yeah, it's going to be more conversation. I would expect to have more conversation with my parents than Tat or Charles, just because this was the first year for a lot of those guys playing travel basketball. So,
but I think
it wasn't necessarily a negative thing. It's just having conversation to get clarification on things.
Well, and I as I told you and Sam, Coach Sam, earlier this year, y'all did an amazing job of what you had. Matter of fact, Chess. Yes, that's what we would. We had sat down and put together a date yet, but we have been talking about camp for the young kids. We normally do a camp for middle school kids on down every year, and we just ain't sat down and put together a date yet. But that's something that we'll be working on here in the near future.
Chess, I'll keep you posted, brother. And you know, Tag, you know Chess?
I think I do.
Chess the barber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his son DJ.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna
killing it this summer.
Yeah, we're gonna keep him. But I mean, like I was saying, y'all did a great job with what you had, man, and like we always say, it ain't we don't like to lose, but it ain't about wins and losses. It's about getting better each and every game, each and every practice, learning the level of competing. And I think that's what we put more focus and emphasis on this year or this summer, getting kids to compete. And that's the main thing. Y'all did a great job with that, man.
Yeah, I was excited about how our summer went. Very excited, man, and already looking forward to next summer. But taking these opportunities to kind of get better in the gym as well.
Right.
And to watch these boys play middle school ball this year, to see that growth, I'm looking forward to it. And I have to say that, man, middle school, high school basketball in the area is definitely getting better because I think more kids are playing some travel basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting more experience and they're getting those reps. It's not something they're just picking up at basketball time. So I think overall the areas is growing tremendously with kids is getting better and talent. So I got two. So the young one, he did good. He started developing, man, and playing for real. And then my oldest one, or my middle one, he played with Coach Hatton this summer. So that was a good experience for him too, playing up, getting used to the physicality, the speed of the game, learning his spots, all of those things. So exciting. I'm excited. A lot of learning, a lot of patience. Like Charles say, to be able to sit back and just be dad with this. Is this guy chomping?
That joke was eating food.
Hey man, I talked to Charity today.
Yeah,
I talked to Charity today. So they gonna be eating them chips. I said, you know it.
What you told you was gonna have in that cup?
Huh?
What you got in that cup, bro?
I don't got no cup.
Nah, you had a cup.
I got water.
Yeah,
Nah,
water.
you had a cup. You had a blue cup. What you got in that cup?
Water. It's water. I drink water out the cup sometimes.
Charity, what he said he was gonna have in that cup?
Hey, let's see. AJ did well this during the rec league, man. He played up. He played up 7 and 8. He was only 6.
AJ was out there killing it Saturday.
Yeah, he was. So man, he did he did well, man. He played with a lot of passion. Some that I didn't think that he was going to play with. I thought it was just going to be a year of he was playing up kids older than he was. Didn't know how hard he was going to compete, but he actually got out there and competed hard. And they lost in the playoffs, and he cried, and he really took that game hard. And I was really, really happy that he took it hard and competed that hard. And really, I didn't think he understood the game and the aspect of the game as much, but he does. And when he lost that playoff game, he cried about it and he talked about it. And I understood that at 6 years old, he really understood the aspect of the game, of winning and losing and competing and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. He did well. I'm proud of him, man. So He playing football now, so we're gonna see how that go. They start practice on the 4th, which is I think Wednesday, Thursday, one of them. So we're gonna see how that goes.
AJ is a ball of energy. So we did an after school, going back to school book bag. We participated in a book bag event yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so our portion was kind of to do some drills with the kids that was out there and all that good stuff. So AJ jumps straight out the truck, like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and we wore him out.
Yeah. He loves it. I can tell you this. He loves
so
the game
passionate
of
about it.
Yeah, man. He loves the game of basketball now.
Yes. And it was hot out there yesterday. And AJ he'd get some water and come right back.
Yeah.
AJ's my bad.
AJ loves the game of basketball, boy. He is passionate about the game. And Kaylin is actually passionate about the game of basketball, man. I mean, she ain't
X's and O's.
X's and O's. She's sitting there and she's watching it and she's
calling it out.
Yeah, calling it out. I can hear behind me, like, no, go here. Oh, no, scream, do this, do that. And I told Kristen, I said, man, she know more, talking about more than I think she knows. And
she knows what's supposed to happen, and she knows when something didn't happen that was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you miss a defensive rotation, she's gonna say it. If you should have took a charge, she's gonna say it. If you should have made the extra pass, she's gonna say it. She understands the flow of the basketball game.
But she's literally, I kid you not. Kaylin was, I'm talking about from the day when she was born, in October of 2010, and basketball season started right after that. Yeah. So she was from October all the way until July or August. That's what she's been around the whole time. It was nothing but in the gym, nothing but basketball since she's been born. And she was small. We traveled during this basketball stuff, man. Running up and down the road, tournaments and stuff like that with her. When she got old, that Charles just cracking over there and popping, locking and chewing.
You know it.
Hey, you hear him?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man. You Dr. Love, you right, man. Charles is ready.
Great show. I done got like Charles. This fool got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, she's been around it ever since she's been born, basically, really.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but we are reaching the 2-hour point, and it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, literally.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
AJ let you go. But yeah, man, it's we getting to that time. Are we back next week? I think we're back next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back on routine.
Yeah. We should be back regularly on Sundays for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. So check for us next Sunday at 8. Don't know what Charles will be eating or drinking, but tune in to find out.
We might get a coach or two on here to discuss their travel season, since the travel season has ended for several programs.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Middle Georgia family too for their first year.
First year,
This was their last weekend. I think
in Savannah.
Yeah, they did some pretty good stuff this weekend, man. So shout out to Waste, Coach Boyd,
Coach Brooks.
Coach Brooks, the whole team over there, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, they doing some good things over there, man, and they getting the ball rolling over there. I think they're gonna have like a fall league going on.
Talking about that, yep.
The girls joint.
And then Coach Alvoy is coming back with the podcast as well.
That's major.
He's about to spin that back up. So look out for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Juke who chimed in earlier. He about to get spun back up with Juke Gems.
My wife just texted me. I can hear you eating and drinking. Thanks, babe.
Good. Eric made Kenny get off.
She showed.
Oh no! Oh my bad. He bad. My bad.
Nah,
I mean to say that, bro.
Nah, man. Hey, if y'all get a chance, man, check out New York City Point Guards. It's a great.
Yeah, man. When that come on?
It's
yesterday. Friday. What's today? Sunday. Yeah, Friday.
Premiere Friday on Showtime. Pretty good.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I was a good movie too. I watched yesterday. 12 Strong.
What you watching?
I watched it on Netflix.
12 Strong.
12 Strong.
What is it about?
The joke was over. Went over right after the trade centers got bombed, or the planes ran into the trade center. 12 jokers went in over there and took over, I guess, a little city in Iraq. Fighting the Taliban.
I might have to check that out.
Man,
I've been on my hood movies on Amazon Prime and Tubi.
Man, you know what I've been watching?
I can't turn the movies off, man. It's horrible acting. They're terrible movies, but I can't turn them off. So.
I tell you what I've been watching, man. Well, it's been watching me rather. 227. So for me to go to sleep, sometimes I put shows on that I just know what's going on. But I've been watching 227, man.
Hey, man. Well, Marla Gibbs.
With Lester, Mary, Sandra, Rose.
No, you said what's over there, man? How you say it?
I said
you can't say Sandra. You got to say it like she said.
How she said Sandra? Oh, wow.
I said 227.
I've been watching 227. Hey, for all you youngsters out there, actually,
hey, Calvin.
Yes, Calvin. You absolutely right.
You ever see the Chappelle show where they had Calvin working at McDonald's?
Yeah. Calvin got mad, boy.
Hey, but for you youngster, man, there's some good life lessons on 227, man. Go check it out. I've been watching 227. I swear to God, I've been watching old shows, man. I do,
bro.
Nah, hey, y'all got Showtime.
Yeah. That's what the what's it called though.
Y'all need to watch Supreme.
He said, "I'm telling all her business, Charles."
Y'all need to watch Supreme Team.
Oh, I watched it.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was good too. So I watched Supreme Team, but when I get ready to go ahead and go to bed, I'm putting it on 227. I'm telling you.
Hey,
best sleep you gonna get, bro.
Better that than Unsolved Mysteries.
I will put it on now to listen to music.
Huh?
What, Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah.
Hey, nah. I'll be like, turn to something else. I don't want to go to sleep to that.
I don't need nothing to go to sleep.
Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't need nothing but that ceiling fan and a pillow. And I'm gone.
Out here.
Yeah, I ain't on to no shows. I don't need no show to go to sleep. I need that pillow and that ceiling fan.
Y'all got Prime Video?
Yeah.
227, bro.
Man, no, man. I don't want no 227.
I ain't watching no 227.
I ain't watching 227.
Hey, I'm telling you, KP, I'm telling you, you gonna catch some episodes on you be like, that happened?
Hey, watch some.
Man, I'm not watching no 227,
watch
bro.
Some Criminal Minds or some Chicago PD or something like that. I ain't watching no 227.
No. Tat, just to go to sleep. Put it on. You're gonna be like,
Matter of fact,
No.
they was that's the ball team. Didn't my man like the
hey, bruh.
Lester?
He's a mad Washington Red, well, Commanders now. But
Right.
back in the day, we know what they call it. Yeah.
227.
But I'm telling you, bro, it's the best sleep you gonna get. You gonna be like,
I'm not watching no 227, man. I'd rather watch, man. I'd rather watch the Golden Girl.
if I could find it on Prime Video, I probably would watch Golden Girls. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man.
Hey, bro, it's something I can go to sleep to. I ain't gotta feel like I gotta stay up and try to catch every episode. You know what I'm saying?
So you need white noise.
It's like white noise, but it's like I want to hear something funny. Like I want to hear something comical before I go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time, I watch Martin too. So, but I watched Martin for so long, I can't watch Martin no more. So it was Martin. I watched. Have you ever watched The Office?
No, man, you didn't watch Good Time, man. JJ,
no.
Hey, look, have you ever watched Martin, right? And try to go to sleep, but then because you know what they about to say, you can't go to sleep because you're watching the show.
Not for that. I gotta finish that moment. You know,
I can't fall asleep on Martin, bro. I don't think I can do it because I know everything he's about to say. I watched all them shows.
But I ain't gotta look at the TV. I can hear it and just visualize everything.
I gotta see it.
This Joe say he go to sleep at 227.
I swear I go to sleep at 227, but I ain't lying to you.
Out of all the shows in the world, you go to sleep at 227.
Bro, even the way it come on, bro, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm about
What's
to
the theme song? What's the theme song 227?
Ah man.
He don't know he go to sleep.
Place like home? Is it no place like home?
No, he go to sleep.
I do. I be asleep. I'm telling you, the Office is that joint though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Office, bruh. The Office is that joint.
What is the theme song? Thank you for being a friend. What show is that?
That's Golden Girls.
That's Golden Girls.
All right. I ain't watching no 227. Bro.
Man, I'm telling you, 227, bro. 227, where it's at, bro. I'm telling you.
There you go.
You're never alone. Hey.
Hey, man.
Ow.
Wow.
No. That was Rose. She said no.
Cause
hey, Kristen, make sure he watch 227 tonight. He's gonna be out. Chris,
hey,
watch.
Y'all see Chris next?
There's no place.
Then look at my auntie to my there's no place like home.
Look. She watching too. She watching with me.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all made it home today, auntie.
No place like home. Kristen said, wrap it up.
Auntie Grandma said she was ready to go home too.
Cut it out. Wrap it up.
Cut it out. Wrap it up.
Hey, Kristen, we got here, man. Shout out my mother-in-law, Miss Deborah. I seen you chime in early. We didn't get the chance to say what up, Miss Deborah.
Oh yeah, Miss Deborah. Oh
no, we not know we finna know. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, we out here.
No, auntie, no.
Hey.
No, it's time to go now, man.
Hey, we out of here, man. Hey, before we do dip though, rest in peace to Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Passed away today. Basketball legend. So rest in peace to him. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Check us next Sunday, 8:00. We'll go from there. Tat, what you got before we get out of here?
Oh, no, man. Just appreciate all the viewers, man. Y'all tuning in, and we'll be back next week. football season. I don't know if Dude Love will be back this year or not. I don't know. I don't know where we get. But yeah, I don't know if Dude Love will be back this year, but we'll see. He might make an appearance or two.
There you go, Charles G.
Nah, man, like Tess said, man, thank the viewers for attending. Hopefully everybody got some valuable information from a juggernaut who, like Shun Williams, who's been doing this for such a long time and having the influence that he has having over the years. Again, if y'all ain't doing nothing tonight, wrap up, close in them sheets, and put on 227. There's no place like home.
Turn off the lights and put on 227.
Man said 227, man.
Hey, again, we want to thank our guest, man, Mr. Shun Williams, for joining the show, man, and dropping knowledge on us. Like I said, we'll be back next week figuring it out. In the meantime, go check out one of the numerous television shows that we mentioned tonight.
227. Martin.
7.
Golden Girls.
I
may go look for Golden Girls.
The Supreme Team. New York Point Guards.
I like the old shows, man.
12 Men.
12 Strong.
12 Strong. 12 Men. 12 Men, 12 Strong. What else?
You say 12 Strong Men? Huh?
No, man. This 12 Strong. Color Purple.
Hey, we out of here like Hypo.
Yeah.
Go, man. Let's go.
All right, peace.